Yeah, we got time. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 9 of Couch Potatoes. We're back. We have a little new setup, you know.
It's actually
trying to work.
Of us this time.
Yeah, it's the 3 of us. Yeah, we're back finally, and we got a recording guy back there, Oscar. You can wave if you want. No? Oh, he said no. He refuses to greet you guys, but it's fine. So yeah, that's On My Block by Scarface. And the reason we're starting with that, I had to pause it because I don't want to get copyrighted or get a strike against the channel. But that being said, we're gonna talk about an amazing show today. But before I say that, spoiler alert, we're gonna be talking spoilers, endings, opinions, all we need. And one thing I want to say is Ruby! Olivia! And if you've seen the show already, you know why I did that. You've seen the show, right?
Yes.
So I'm not spoiling.
Yes, I saw it, dude. No.
Okay. You haven't seen the show though, and if you plan on watching it, sorry ahead of time. It's a good show. I think you should still watch it though. It's a good show. I think
I'll watch it.
Yeah. It's good. It's funny because I just a little thing like each character is somebody you know. Or at least a little aspect of it.
That's what makes the show that much better. Like each character is different. So if you don't relate to one, you relate to another.
I kind of didn't like the show.
Whoa! Before we get into that, let's rewind it.
Whoa! It's so great. I'm like,
okay, wait, hold on. So here's my thing. So yeah, On My Block, Netflix show came out. I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe at most.
The 16th.
Oh, so yeah, it's relatively new. 4 kids. Obviously, supporting characters come in, but about these 4 kids living in South Central LA, predominantly Hispanic, black neighborhood. And yeah, it's just following their journey into this. I think, honestly, this takes place, the whole show in a week, 2 weeks, the whole timeline of it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Like, they just switched from 8th to 9th grade.
Yeah.
It's a coming-of-age story, so if you like those, you'll like it.
Yeah, you'll definitely like this one. I mean, unless you're Bruce, so whatever.
But let me tell you why I don't like it.
Wait. So, I guess we're going to do the same thing we do with movies. We're going to do the good, the bad, the ugly. But let's start with Edward, and then we'll get to you, and then we can, kind of differentiate views. But yeah, go ahead, Edward. Go ahead.
The good, it'd probably be the cast. Like, it's very well thought. The chemistry was great on it. Like, you didn't see any of, forceful acting or none of that. Yeah, the cast was great. The story, it had its cheesy moments, like the whole beginning where you hear about the legendary treasure. You're that's kind of childish, but then it helps the story out. And then the bad would be, let's see.
And again, you don't have to force the bad.
Yeah. See, I wasn't expecting this question, Louis.
We're all about controversy on this show.
Yeah.
Wild Boy.
Wild Boy. Oh, that's later.
Yeah, they don't know that. The Wild Boys.
They don't know it yet, but we'll introduce it real soon.
You'll see it. Can we come back on the bed?
Yeah, go ahead. And so that means, I guess, for ugly, you don't really...
Nah, I mean, there might have been things that could have been fixed, but overall it was great. It does resemble LA, at least to me. You have the cholos, you have the whole, the santos versus the prophets. So it has religion into it, but there's still gangs. You have the nerds in the group, you have the cool guy in the group. Yeah. That's about it for me, I guess.
Okay, well, let's move on to...
Think about it.
Downy Dapper Dan over here.
The good. I did like how it ended. I don't like how it ended, but I like
breaking Lewis's heart.
It makes me actually want to see it again,
Oh, so it leaves you wanting
it leaves
more.
you wanting more. Yeah, so I like that about it. I didn't see that coming. I kind of did. And so the bad would be that a lot of it was very I could see it coming.
So predictable.
It was very, there you go, that was the word. It's very predictable in most of the episodes, some of the things that were coming through, especially with the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
When the grandma was drawing out the map, I was like, it's gonna be a cross and it's gonna be in the middle. I was like, it's...
Okay.
So I didn't like that about it. I kind of didn't like the acting either.
Yeah?
I didn't like the acting.
Now that you touch on that. I didn't like the accent on some of their speaking.
They're Spanish, yeah. And one of the parts when they're in the football field, Olivia, I think that's the girl's name. She talks in Spanish. I was like, what?
I have something to say about
Yeah,
that.
I couldn't understand anything she said. Just because I had the subtitles on. I was like, oh, that's what she said. I was like, okay. I don't like that. And then every now and then the actors are okay, but most of it I was like, it's alright. But the ending, I like the ending. It makes me want.
No ugly.
I kind of didn't really like the girl, the
Monse, Olivia.
No, Jasmine.
Jasmine. And she was too extra. Like,
but that's the thing. Everybody knows somebody
you know,
like that.
you know somebody who's that extra. Oh no, you know, no,
maybe not.
like that. I don't know. But I don't think there's ugly. It's just the good and the bad. There's nothing that I would really just like they needed to take out. But it was cool. It was there.
No. We're all entitled to our own opinion. That's fine. No, you know, whatever Bruce says, you know, it's not always right. Just letting you guys know. So that being said, so I guess the good. I liked the kids who were acting in this. Well, not kids. They're essentially almost our age, but
yeah.
Well, I think I know the guy who plays Ruby's closer age.
Yeah.
But I thought like it wasn't like Oscar worthy like performances. And not saying that again. It's not saying that they suck. No, that's definitely not. It's just saying like if I felt relatable. Like a lot of things fit with their character. Like there's some moments where I was like okay, but then I thought back to people who I kind of know who are like that in a way. I'm like, they kind of do say things like that, like Ruby getting all like, oh my gosh, they wanted da. Because notice how he's very articulate, but you still feel that like, hey, you know, like that like, I call it the essay accent. Cause like, especially around right here in my neighborhood, a lot of kids go to the high school. Like, come on, fool, let's go, dog.
They still speak like that?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. And I'm not saying that I speak like that. And not saying, again, it's not like a bad thing. It's just, I just don't. It's just, but you could hear how like there's still that Hispanic twang, I guess.
Yeah, there's still
to it. So there's moments in time where it's like, I felt that there were kids, that these weren't like actors playing kids. I felt like they were kids. Like I don't know. I felt relatable to certain situations. To the part where I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I heard Olivia go off in Spanish, I was like, wow, that accent is English. Like the English accent is really in the it's thick.
It's super thick.
But then I thought, obviously maybe she's not a Spanish speaker in like reality in real life, but I don't know if it was also an artistic choice to do that. But and at least this is just me analyzing, maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I know a lot of people who have grown up in Hispanic households who don't speak great Spanish. I'm not saying I speak great Spanish, but I can hold my ground. But I hope I don't sound like that, like the way she sounded.
No.
But I know a lot of people who speak Spanish and are very like, I was like, whoa, like, and they'd be like, oh, because in my household, Spanish is the first language. I mean, English is the first language. And a lot of the reason is because a lot of Hispanic parents would be like, I want you to speak English first. Because obviously in their minds, like education first, and you need to get through life with this in this country with English. Meanwhile, a lot of other households say Spanish first or English. And it depends, it varies. At least, and I'm assuming that's what her character is based around. Somebody who would learn English first, and then the Spanish came after, which is not uncommon. I know I know a lot of people who are like that. So I didn't like the way it sounded, but I like the fact that it was there, if that makes sense. So, because it's not appealing. It's not like, ooh,
oh, hell no.
that Spanish
thing was
accent.
heavy.
It was heavy, but I was like, oh, it fits. Like, it didn't feel out of place for me, because after I thought about it, because I'm like, oh, like, I know, it's not like there isn't anybody who speaks like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm trying to think. Other than that, though, let's see, I'm trying to think of the good. I thought the whole, like, the urban legend of, like, the roller world, I thought it was cool. Because I feel like every neighborhood, again, not every single, but I think every now and then the neighborhood has their own urban legend.
Yeah, something.
Maybe not as intense or as big as Roller World, with, like, cash just being hidden. But, like, maybe, like, Lil Spooky down the block got hit by a car and walked away from it. Yeah. And like, or, like, the Martinez dog got hit by a car. And, like, my dog Max. I like to say it's an urban legend how he got run over by a car and he survived. And it's actually true though, so I guess it's not an urban legend.
Poor Max.
Maybe down the years, you know.
Yeah.
My grandchildren. Oh yeah, my grandfather's dog. Whatever though.
Yeah.
But I like that. There's something else. Oh, one thing I thought was really cool was the whole aspect of the hood. In my sense, the modern hood, because when people think of like the hood, you think like broken down cars, trash everywhere, like essentially a dump. In a lot of movies, you've seen that. Like it's like
Yeah.
okay, but meanwhile, like but if you look at old movies like Boys in the Hood. Yeah, you have your rundown houses, but essentially it looks almost suburban.
Yeah, like every
It looks
other
like your typical everyday neighborhood. And when you see in this, like you see like the Santos house where
Yeah,
Caesar
which
lives.
is
You see the couch in the front,
couch,
you know,
the workout
the party,
bench and all
yeah.
that, yeah.
But meanwhile, it's in the middle of a regular neighborhood, and I feel like, at least my personal experience where I live, it's somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
Like my neighborhood doesn't look threatening at all. It's just like it's there.
Yeah.
Maybe some dogs running around. But next thing you know, like the sheriffs or like some sheriff officer recently came to the apartment behind us, and we were like, boom, 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 come out, everybody with hand. I was like, whoa! I wasn't here. My grandma was telling me like, oh no, who said? Oh no, they were telling us. The neighbors were telling us, like, oh, like somebody, like, oh, they were banging the door. They took out like 2 people. I don't know. So I was like, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
that's my street. Like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, so yeah, it
Like,
happens. Like
yeah.
it could be your everyday looking neighborhood, but I like that they kind of did that. I don't know if it was on purpose or it was just the setting and the location that they had to work with, but I thought it was cool. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's a mixture. It's not just totally like a dump. If we're going with the bad, okay. I guess yeah, you could. It was somewhat predictable. At least for me, every now and then I like predictable.
Yeah.
I don't like to be heartbroken all the time. But like the scene with like Ruby and Olivia, I kind of felt that was coming. I just didn't know it was gonna happen this soon. I
Yeah.
thought maybe like if it was like season 2, maybe it would happen there. Because remember he's playing the long game. Sometimes the long game is the best way to play. You know what I mean? Yeah, Wild Boys. But let me go back. Bring my normal self back.
Yeah. Don't get it too well.
But no, I thought it was cool. It was a good moment. At least for me, it was a dope moment.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, yes. I just didn't know it was going to come that soon. The shooting part, it's funny because I was telling Edward earlier that I ruined it for myself. Because I Googled, like, on my blog, Ruby, and then it said, you know, like, in the automatic, it said Ruby gets shot.
By the way,
you already knew it was gonna happen.
this is like
Yeah.
the biggest spoiler because this is the ending right
Oh,
now.
yeah, this is the last episode.
Yeah.
It doesn't say whether they die or not.
Yeah, that's just how they end.
Oh, so Ruby and Olivia get shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, Ruby, being the great man that he is, gets in front of Olivia. Kind of in vain, though, because she gets hit. But maybe he might have stopped the
from
women.
hitting
Yeah.
somewhere, yeah.
But yeah, like, oh, man. I mean, the bad, I guess, you know, maybe... Because I definitely want to watch it again. Because
Yeah.
I've seen it once and I was telling Edward, I saw, you know, skimmed over a couple episodes just to kind of get a feel for it again. I kind of hope that they expand more. Like, I hope that Roller World isn't just like it's done.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that they,
For season 2.
yes, they kind of go
Like
to
a
the
bigger
yeah,
level?
the repercussions of Jamal finding
Yeah,
the
I'm
money.
pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Remember,
that'd be
this
dope.
it's been hidden for so many years. Nobody's touched it, but now it's out. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen with the money? And then is Little Ricky really dead, or you know, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
something.
I remember
happens.
the guy that he got the money from, all the clues. He's still in the hospital too.
Yo,
Like,
that's
yeah,
right, that's
with the
right.
gnomes.
That guy was dope.
So, oh, yeah,
It was funny.
that was crazy.
So there's a lot of trivia on this show. That guy, if you guys seen Sons of Anarchy, he was in it. He was the president of the Mayans. Yeah, but
right.
it's cool because Lewis was mentioning that every time you see him, he's always like this
It's hard,
hardcore, like
yeah, gangster.
Latino, you know, kind of like if you think of Machete. It's always the same character, but in this one, you see him like go. It's a little crazier. You see him get
Little
sad.
comedy,
He's
yeah.
like, damn. All he does is talk to gnomes in his nursery where he, you know, grows plants. The guy Jason, what's his name? Ganao or
Yeah, genau. At least
Yeah.
that's how I pronounce it.
he came out in Logan as one of the little kids from the
Yeah,
faculty.
he was a leader of like the refugee group.
Yeah,
call it,
he came out in another Netflix show called The Get Down. He was
That's
one
right.
of the.
Was he the one that was killed? No, right.
No,
he's the one that
lived.
witnessed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the one that lived.
cool.
You know when Cadillac, is that his name?
No, I know the Get Down, but I'm saying what character from?
Yeah. You know when
He's like one of the dirty, rowdy kids.
yeah, one of the you know how there's a little crew that wants to
No, I'm
get
not talking about what character from this show.
Oh, Ruby.
Oh, Ruby.
Ruby's character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one with the.
He had like long
Yeah,
hair. or
yeah, I
something.
know. who you're
yeah, he comes out in the Get Down.
talking. He looks familiar. I was like, I've seen him from Africa.
Yeah, when I saw him, I was like, I know those. His eyes, that was
Yeah.
this certain like exotic look to it. So I was like, oh, I've seen him before. I was gonna say,
I think that's it for trivia.
yeah,
A
and
little fun facts.
I guess to add on too, like the bad. I mean, the bad. I feel like I have to go watch it again. I mean, obviously, it's. I wouldn't. Maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's not. I mean, it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That says a lot for this type of show, in my opinion. But other than that, I guess the bad is. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really think of anything too bad. And that being said, I guess I don't have anything that's too ugly. I mean, obviously, it's a show that they can build on. Like, I think it's a strong foundation.
Yeah.
I think they have strong moments that, obviously, hopefully there's a season 2 that they're gonna work on.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be great, and hopefully these guys get another season.
Did you guys see that Jamie Foxx even likes the show? He's routing for a season 2. He's like, this show is great.
Hopefully they do.
Foxx.
I saw somebody post something. I think. Do you follow Willie on Instagram? Well, he posted something about somebody he knew. I don't know if he used to go to our high school, but they were involved with the show, and that's how I heard of it. And I added it on my list. And then you telling me is what motivated me to watch it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I definitely recommend you watch this.
Go watch it.
Oh,
Tell us if
recommend?
you stayed with Bruce.
Nah, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
You sure, Bruce?
Yeah.
He's clinching his fist. Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't my favorite show, but I would watch it.
Yeah.
I hope there's a season 2 because I want to see what happens.
No, yeah, he definitely do.
I want to see what happens.
I guess a question to start off with you. Like, who's your favorite character? Or who do you feel you relate to the most? And is there somebody you know who definitely is one of these people? Like, one of these, like... And I would include Olivia and Jasmine in there. So it's like, I guess, 6 of them. And, or like, do you know somebody, or do you feel like you have certain aspects?
Well, for me, I feel like my favorite 2 were Caesar and Ruben, because I'm a little bit of both worlds. You know, I could connect to Caesar because my older brother was in gangs and everything, and the way they depicted Caesar's brother, Spooky, is literally the same way my older brother was with me. You know, like in the streets, he literally got in a fight with like everybody on my street, because that's how he would earn his respect. So everybody knew him. It's loud, too close. Or this one.
You're trying to move it too much.
Oh,
The mic.
my bad.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, thanks. Yeah, that's good. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's clap for the producer over here. Yeah, woo!
Alright, good one.
But
Sorry about that.
yeah, so that's how I could relate to Caesar. And then Ruben, I've always been like the little nerd growing up, which is one of the reasons my older brother would protect me. But I could relate to those 2 the most, which are why they're my favorite. I know somebody that's like Jamal. He's a little eccentric. He's a little kind of on the border of, you don't know if he's, you know, yeah. And then Monse, there's always somebody in the group that's trying to keep the group together, like no matter what. And then Jasmine, was that her name?
Yeah,
Jasmine again, you know, somebody who's like a little annoying. You're still their friends, but you don't want them around you all the time because they do get annoying. And then Olivia, she's just the popular one. She's just the one that's like, why are you with the nerds? Why are you with like the unpopular kids? But yeah, I know somebody from each category, which is why, yeah, makes the show that much better. The diversity.
I don't know. I wouldn't know, like, to relate to one of the characters. I don't think so. I mean, I relate to the concept, but characters individually, I wouldn't. No, I can't. personally relate to them.
So I guess, I mean, speak more on that. He said the concept, like how do you...
I guess just being in the hood.
in the hood.
The hood. No, yeah, I mean, I live, Compton, so I mean, so I mean, seeing things like that. I mean, I've seen it before, around HP too.
Yeah.
So I mean, getting pulled up on, asking where you're from, and just shit like that. It's nothing out of the ordinary for me. And then seeing people dress up, when they went to the rich neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a good scene.
Yeah.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
You just see the white kid pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, damn, who let you go through the fridge? Do you just
that
go
was
through
great.
that?
I was actually, I think, not to be interrupted, but I think that was probably one of the, like the strong moments of this.
No,
show.
I like that part.
It's like reality hits hard.
Yeah. Which is when Caesar comes back with his older brother, that's what a lot of people do over here. If you get in a fight with somebody, you beat them up, and then next thing you know, they're showing up with like 2 or 3 other guys, and they're like, "Yo, did you do that to?"
But
my
I kind of also like how, if I'm correct, he kind of feels. I don't know if it was him or Monse who kind of regrets doing that, because I don't know if he says like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that," because he felt like he gave in. Oh no.
Yeah.
Or like he gave in to like the pressure. Because at the end, it was their way of saying like, "Yo, step down."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like at first they were saying, "Let's just walk away." But obviously Caesar's like, I got this.
I think he regrets it because he could see the power of being in a gang, how you could get backup and how it's like you're untouchable.
And then you're digging the hole deeper.
Yeah, because he asked for a favor, so now he has to return that favor. Which, yeah. Now that you mention it like that, makes sense.
No, yeah. I think my favorite character is definitely Ruby. I mean, as soon as he said, I'm playing the long game.
Ruben?
Oh, Ruben to be more exact. No, I think him and Jamal, and the reason I like Jamal or Hamal is, like you said, he's eccentric, but I think because he overthinks things so much, and I'm like, damn, bro, I know exactly how you feel, dude. He's like, oh my, I can't do that. I'm like, oh, exactly. And even Ruby does too. Like, he's very like, he needs everything to be like this.
Yeah, he's like a control freak.
But everything just goes like out of order. Like, I love the scene when they're talking about the dance. Kind of the girls, like, Monse's like just taking Olivia away from it. Meanwhile, he's hyping up the guys, like, yeah, this is a night, guys. And then when they meet, it just clashes and everything just goes crazy. But I think it's funny because at first watching the show, I assumed that Caesar and Monse were gonna be the characters that like really pulled at my heartstrings. But I like how in the end it just, I mean, again, you can kind of see it, but with Caesar's situation, his brother in the gang, and then Monse trying to get him out, and it's kind of Romeo and Juliet-ish type of thing, on like forbidden love. Like, I don't know if you can or not. But then Ruby kind of just stole the show for me personally. Like, in his moments, he owned the scene every time he came out. Like, I think one of the funniest scenes that killed me was when he was talking to Caesar's older brother. How he's like hyping him up. He's like,
he's supposed to
he's trying to get him out
of it, and then he gets promoted.
Like, you're right. And then he's like, you just gave me more responsibility.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. I thought that was like, that moment was dope. And again, another strong moment too. And it just shows, I think, scenes like that, and like, I'm hoping and praying that they don't kill these characters off. If they do, I mean, we'll see what happens. I won't doubt that it won't be good. But I want to see more of Ruben. I want to see more of his dynamic with Olivia, especially after this whole thing with the Prophet's kid getting in there into the party and whatnot. But yeah, like, I just want to see more. And yeah, I think the strong pillar of the show is that it kind of hooks you in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one moment, it just grabs you and it's like, okay, what the heck? Yeah. Like I was telling him, I felt like this show was like that person who like you're about to dab them, and then they leave it hanging, and you just kind of like, all right, cool, I'll wait then. Which, again, this is one thing about Netflix, is I tend to binge. Now we got to wait a whole year, pretty much, for season 2. Again, hoping, and I'm pretty sure they're going to announce that they're going to continue the show. But that being said, I guess my question that I wanted to also ask you guys was, should Caesar have shot the guy?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me think about it.
I think he should have. Because the way the season ends, he's literally with that face full of regret. Like, damn, now 2 of my friends got, shot for me not paying the price of just killing 1 person. Or at least making sure that the guy had left. Because you could have easily been like, yo, I need to see you get on that bus.
True, that's right.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
No, you could.
I know. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I don't know. I think seeing what happened to Ruby and Olivia is like, obviously you can be like, oh yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened. But then you also think about how he said like
He would be
it would have left me broken. Like I would have been, because even or I forgot who says like, oh, you should have just shot him, and then he's like, but I would have been like, it was before. He's like, if I don't kill him, then I'm running for my life.
Yeah.
If I do kill him, then I'm still running for myself or something like that.
Yeah,
or
because
like his soul's broken.
Yeah, you're basically exchanging your childhood for the gang life.
Like he essentially become a murderer. Like you just killed somebody. And it's crazy how and I do like that aspect of Caesar, because his character kind of irritate me a little bit, just a little bit. But seeing scenes like that made me really feel for his character. Like it makes you reflect all these. In the story, these guys are just kids. Like they're freshmen in high school. And then I was thinking about that. Well, how long was that? That was
freshman in high school.
Freshman year, 2010, 2011.
That's 8 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while already. We're class of 2014.
Oh my gosh, that's
it's already
insane.
been 3.5 years or so, if you will.
Oh,
and then the 3 from junior, sophomore, and senior, 6, 7 years.
So I imagine myself in that age. I was trying to figure out how to speak to a girl. So imagine this character is this guy's trying to figure out whether or not to kill this kid, who apparently he grew up with, play football. He says I grew up with this guy, but his brother's obviously again, which is also key. What his brother told him is, if you want to secure, I'm probably butchering it, but I think it was a great quote.
Yeah.
Obviously used in very negative circumstances, but he said, if you want to secure your future, he says, handle your business in the present, or something like that. He
said, if you want to see more days like this, handle your business. Because right before his older brother gives him the gun to shoot him, he takes him to the beach.
Oh yeah, they had
they spend they spend the whole day a brotherly bonding type of thing, and then at night he's like, yo, you gotta go kill him.
Yeah, and then Caesar also feels kind of what the heck, dude? This is a great day, and you kind of just. But then, that's when he says, you gotta handle your business now. So I was like, dang. I definitely want to see more. Oh, totally. The Monse and her mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the predictability, in my head I was like, okay, that's her mom. It has to be.
Yeah.
But then part of me was like, oh, maybe I'm like Monse, I'm just going crazy over this, and okay, I'm overreacting.
But then with
the phone, I was like,
yeah, that just confirmed it.
I was like, damn,
it sealed
really?
It.
So you just gonna leave, come back with 2 kids? It's fine. I'm not gonna get angry over this.
Yeah, she just gives her money and
and she's like, oh yeah, you could leave, but then you could see. But then she said something, you saved me or something.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's all she says, and then she gives her 400 bucks.
But she never told her yo, don't ever come back.
No, she didn't say that. Yeah.
Monse's the one that decides to unfriend her on Facebook.
Yeah,
she's like, yo, I don't.
Yeah, because she thought she wasn't her mom. I mean,
she just wanted to. She wanted to just leave that chapter behind.
I wonder. It'd be cool if they do still explore that. I mean, hopefully,
maybe she'll feel the regret and come knocking at the door of her or whatever.
I think what intensifies that situation is the fact that she has children, and that she's reading them. I think because again, I think it's different. Okay, let's say the I don't know. This is me. My opinion, what I'm assuming from the show and the story, and maybe personal experience outside, that the mom comes back, right? But then she comes back alone, and it's kind of okay, we have time to speak to each other to kind of catch up. But I think it's a little more intense and harder when that person does come back and they have children, and they're at the age in which essentially you left me, and it's I think so. I'm curious to see how that, because obviously Monse may not say that, because I think she just misses her mom. I don't think she hates her exactly.
No, yeah.
But imagine her realizing that, oh, she came back, but you have kids and you're watching them, and you're doing everything that you didn't do with me, and it's kind of like that back and forth, like, I hate you, I love you, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That being said, I just hope they do explore that. I hope they don't just leave it hanging. Another character I hope they kind of do dive more into is Jamal. I think it was cool to see him in his like little side story, but I do hope that they kind of do explore more into his story and his character, and maybe if he does still do football with that whole touchdown situation. I love the fact that when he told his parents, they were kind of like, okay.
Yeah, they were cool. They were understanding. They weren't asinine about it.
Yeah, even I was like, what? Are
Yeah,
you
nah.
serious? I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, but I mean, other than that, I think this is a series that I hope continues. I think it's great. I definitely recommend for everybody to watch. I think one way or another, whether it's the concept or characters, like you'll relate to it. Maybe you see a house or something, like, hey, I think I passed through there before or something. I'm curious as to where they filmed this.
Yeah, no
You know what
doubt.
I mean, it'd be cool to find out. But that being said, I don't know. I think definitely helped. I wouldn't mind seeing it again just to explore kind of more, like maybe little hints here and there. Any more comments or questions you guys have?
No, man, I gotta go to work.
Oh yeah, we got a working man here.
That's about it.
But that being said, no, yeah, that's about it. Definitely watch the show. Keep up with us. Oh. Just a quick announcement. So, I know we had stopped. We had said we were going to post on SoundCloud, but that's kind of troubling right now because there's a time limit to it and how many we can post. And as to, you got to pay, essentially. Pay to play is what it is.
I don't pay.
I know. And right now, money's tight. We're not trying. Maybe in the future that'd be cool, but as of now, it's a no-go. But we do have a website. We do have a site on Wix. Hold up. I have a sign. That's why I have a sign there. Okay, so there's a site up on Wix. We're gonna link it in the description. We're also gonna post it on Instagram as well, and we'll link it. And the cool thing is, let's see, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Is that although you can access it, it's a mobile site as well, so you can access it on your laptop or even on your phone. So yeah, it'll come up, and you just press play. Let's see, it's loading. Gosh, can't wait till get more access, more cash. Oh, if anybody wants to sponsor us. Oh, here we go. So yeah,
That's cool.
it'll play, and you close. Even if you close it, it'll continue playing like a regular song.
Alright, hey everybody.
So yeah, if you want to listen to us, check it out. You can access it now. We'll put the link down in the description. We'll also link it on our Instagram. But yeah, any questions, comments, anything you want to know more about us or our interests or even the show, movies, whatever it is, yeah, feel free to contact us with email, DM us, whatever you want. But yeah, thanks again. God bless. Shout out to Kira. We're back. We hope to come back for episode 10. Almost at episode 10, dude. That's crazy. That's good. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.